Playing it safe is a very scary place to be. You can't think. You don't realize you can't think. You're afraid all the time. You want something, and yet you're holding on for dear life to whatever is in your environment. Soul Dancer, the White Dragon here. Listen to me, ladies in particular. This subject came up because what I learned from living in a homeless shelter for 4 years, 4 long, terrifying, agonizing years, where I grew up, and this was only, 7 years ago, is that there's no such thing as safe. Safe does not exist nowhere in the universe. Universes. You have to step out. You have to decide what you want and go for it. There is no other choice. Nobody is going to give it to you. Nobody is going to bend over backwards and say, okay, what do you want? Here it is. I'm going to give it to you on a silver platter. That doesn't happen. You have to step out. You have to dare. Certainty, I repeat, does not exist. You have to decide. I am going to face my fears. I am going to identify why it is I am not moving. You will discover, beautiful souls, you will discover that in fact you are hooked on your environment, the words you grew up hearing, that you repeat without thought. Your environment, the environment in which you live or where you grew up, has you in the same place. You left home and you are still living in the same fucking place. That is the problem. Nobody likes that, you know. Everybody, you think, okay, everybody wants a bit of certainty, uncertainty, which is variety. Yeah, everybody wants that, you know. So instead of having a particular meal that you know, from growing up, you decide to go out and have KFC, or you decide to go to a pancake house and places like that. That is not variety. Variety is the spice of life. This is a fact. You have to be able to say, I want more, and sit your asses down and describe what you want. Write out what you want. Today is God Friday. I am not religious. I know that God is, and that is perfect for me. This is a message for women in particular. Listen to me carefully. I already said sit down. What you also need to do is face yourself and start thinking, why am I in the situation that I am in right now? What disturbs me about the situation? And 3, what am I going to do to get out of it? 4, what is the first step that I need to take? And 5, the 5th question is, and I'm going to give you the answer to it, when am I going to take that step? When am I going to do it? The answer is now, right now. Because when we hesitate because of fear, we procrastinate. And that is always going to be an issue. Procrastination, I have discovered, and I used to be a big procrastinator about certain things, I have discovered that procrastination is not always fair. The way my mind works, and you need to identify how your mind works, because we are all unique. For me, procrastination is when, okay, it's true, I don't know how to do something, that's the classic. So I don't do anything. But the next thing with me, so you have to figure this out for yourself, is how is this going to work? What are the steps I need to take? Or I just cannot get my mind together to focus on this. And so I let it mijote, as we say in French, behind there, you know? And then suddenly, maybe in a week or two, something comes, an idea comes, or something else that shows me the first step. But frankly, I know that that is too long. When you want to achieve something, ladies, you have to take action. You have to take any step at all. Just take a step. That is the only way to break the uncertainty of not knowing. Because you see, you will never know. You will never know until you take that step. And it is that uncertainty that keeps us stuck. But when you step out, when you take that leap, that is when you will discover, that is when you will start to discover, oh my God, I can do this. I can do this. Why didn't I think of that before? And that is how it works. So on that note, on this God Friday, where where believers connect with the resurrection, which even as a child I didn't believe. But you see, there's another word for resurrection. It is the rebirthing and reconnecting of who you are truly. Because for me, religion is dogma. I knew that by the time I was 9 years old. By the time I was 9, I had read the Bible 3 times. Okay? Even though there were many words and terms in it, I did not understand. Beautiful souls, it is time to become alive to who you are and open yourself up and embrace the God in you. This is the only way forward to step out of certainty and safety, because neither exist. Ciao.